Welcome back to another Football Manager stream highlight video. Hopefully you're enjoying this save. We're going to crack on with the rest of the season now after picking up some new signings in the most recent transfer window. To give you a quick recap, for those of you that might have missed any of the previous dealings, we brought in January Javier Pellegrino on loan from Manchester City. He's a young Argentinian centre-back that in the Argentinian first team for the national side now is involved in that picture alongside Pinheiro, who's another wonder kid that we've got that actually is ours. We also brought in Nabil Fekir. £3 million is all we had to pay for Nabil Fekir. 3 mil! What a signing that is. Delighted with that. Marvin Schwaber's come in as a loanee backup goalkeeper because we let Ilham Melier leave. Luca Pellegrini's come in as a starting left-back now. Paid 29 million for him. A few instalments involved, but 29 million total. And hopefully he'll be a very good signing for us at left-back. Pau Santana has come in as well, just as a random backup player. And gone back to Malaga on loan. It was kind of the youth system that did that. And then Jonathan David was the marquee signing to start on the left-hand side. £38.5 million. Hasn't really set the world alight in France, but is significantly talented and hopefully will be a very, very good player for us. With regards outgoings, Estupinian went to Cruz Azul. Johnny went to Napoli. Nathan Collins to Milan for 17 million. Carlos Alenia to Sporting for 9.5. Ricardo Horta to Real Betis for 10.5. Melier to Zenit for 3.4, doubling our money on him. Pau Santana back out on loan, and we sold a random youngster for 400 grand to Watford. So that's the business that we've done. 167 spent, 108 million made, all told for the season. Little bit of an injury crisis at the moment. Still trying to move on a couple of other players as well. Ivan Toney is on his way out also. And at the minute, I have no right backs because my two right-sided defenders are both injured. So that's going well. Luca Pellegrini is a half-star player. I literally don't even have anyone else that could even half fill it. But we're going to go and try and beat Millwall. I forgot for a minute who we were going to play. Now my brain was going Real Sociedad. You're not going to play Real Sociedad in the FA Cup. Oh, it says Millwall away, managed by Phil Neville in the FA Cup. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the Football Manager Journeyman. We're still on the lookout for any jobs that might come our way potentially to make a step up. But for the time being, we're enjoying our time at Wolves and hoping to go on an FA Cup run as well as maybe sneak ourselves into the top half in the Premier League too. Tomic. He's got the pace. They keep... Oh, it's a pen. I mean, that is an awful attempted tackle, isn't it? That's really, really bad from them. Ivan Toney from the spot. Buries it. 1-0 Wolves. The start of hopefully many. Don't even think about it, Millwall. Well, they're level with their first shot of the game in the 36th minute. Fleming tucks it home with a powerful finish. Is the least deserved equaliser we've seen for a while on debut. Tony's underneath this. It'll fall for Tomic. Back in. Tony's there again. And we lead again. Ivan Toney. 7th goal of the season. 2nd of the game. We're back in front again. That didn't take long. Support's there. Oh, that's not actually a great ball. Oh, it's not great defending either. Tomic! 3. Sorry, Wolves. You've done that to yourselves. We should be going through the FA Cup now. Tomic. And Nabil Fekir around the keeper. Tucked home for 4. I said if we didn't score 4 or 5, it would be a goalkeeping masterclass. And a travesty. Well, we've now scored 4. And there's still basically a full half to go. I'm actually annoyed that they scored their one shot. But it was well put together. They might score this. Oh, they're going to get a pen. They actually are going to score with their second shot, aren't they? Who's going to take it from the spot? It's Journeyman. No, De Gea saves it. Way! Not going to score your second shot, are you bastards? Now's when they score their third from the corner. I mean, the momentum, if you look at that, is just all us. Oh, God, they nearly did. They have still scored. Kevin Danso, own goal. Well done, Kevin. I've just brought you off the bench and you've immediately scored an own goal. O'Connell hits the bar. I think Danso's then tried to clear it. Or Abdul's kicked it against him. It's not going to count either way. Unlucky, mate. So they missed the pen. From the resultant corner, got the ball in the back of the net. And that still didn't count. It's not your day, Millwall. It's not your day. My throat's about to go. It's not my day either. Time for a vocal zone. Oh, now they do get their second goal. Tyler Bury with his 9th goal of the season. It is 4-2 eventually. And... oh, God. And my voice is going. And there's the dub. Nice work, everyone. Ivan Toney giving me the big middle finger. I'll start McAllister against Tottenham. I just want to maybe give him a bit of a build-up back to first-team football by maybe giving him like half an hour against Newcastle, perhaps. You're watching FM for the first time. Hopefully you enjoy it, mate. No! Jonathan David's ill for a week with food poisoning. We are not having any luck with injuries right now, are we? This should be a side that we can get a point from. I hope. Newcastle away. How strong is their team? Castagna, Suchik, Ibanez, Gallant. Roger Ibanez will be decent. Javi Simons is very good. Yunus Musa, Garan Qual. I mean, it's not an incredibly intimidating team, but hold their relegation destiny in their hands. We are 20 points from the relegation zone. We're not gonna get relegated, mate. Let's be honest. The secret is there's no secret. Yeah, whatever. Let's just go and play Newcastle. They've lost 3 of their last 5. But we are missing a number of first-team players. So they are weaker. But so are we. QPR have now got a massive 7 points. They might avoid Derby's record at this rate. They only had 1 after 21 games. Counter-attack with Anthony, maybe. He's got support inside if he wants to use it. He's decided he just wants to run and get tackled. Thank you, Anthony. That's why we give you 200 grand a week, isn't it? It's Newcastle's lack of clinicality in front of goal, which is why they haven't scored yet in this game. That's their 17th effort and only the 2nd on target. And that's if it was on target and David De Gea didn't just pluck it out the air whilst it was on its way wide. Recover that, please. Newcastle do deserve the win here if they get it. But we've defended as best we can. And if we do get the 0-0 draw, I'd say we're good enough value for that. I think if we win it now, then that is entirely undeserved. And we're not going to win it now because Fabio Silva has put that into the 3rd tier and into the gods where the away fans are sat at St James's Park. Please don't make any mistakes here, lads. We've 5 minutes to hold on. I'd be thrilled with a point. David Fekir. We might get all 3 if he's onside. The flag's gone up, though. He did look off. We'll wait for the VAR decision, but it did look offside. It would be so harsh on Newcastle. Yeah, goal disallowed. We don't deserve the win. How tight was it in the end? If David plays it now... oh, yeah, he's well off. Just hold on for 4.5 minutes, please. Let's waste loads of time. Please just see the game out. 19 shots, 3 on target. That's Newcastle's issue. They need a goal scorer. A 0-0 draw. Very satisfying result. We'll take that. But with Tottenham at home next, on paper, you'd say, oh, that's a really, really, really difficult game. We'll probably lose. But Tottenham is still 17th in the league. They just lost to Manchester United, and they're still 17th. Despite changing their manager, their fortunes haven't changed. Of course, they'll come to Molineux and now batter me, but still. We'll try. Ah, yes. I forgot about Al Mazrati playing 1 more game and us having to pay Braga 6.25 million. That's not necessarily helped the finances very much at all either, has it? I forgot I was trying to not sell him for the rest of the season, not play him for the rest of the season. Sorry, Chairman, I've just cost you 6 mil there. My bad. Right, Tottenham Hotspur next. I mean, that starting lineup is still sensational. How they're continually 17th is beyond me. Just tell them to have fun and enjoy the game tonight. We're focused on our game. I mean, why has it been so hard to find form of late? We've won 3 of our last 5 games, and we're undefeated in all of them. Leave me alone. It's going to fall here to McAllister at the back post. He's not bad from open play or set pieces himself, and it is going to go in. Karnaseki gets a big hand to it. It was going across to the left-hand side of the goal. Karnaseki's got such a big hand to it, it's actually gone in off the other post. You'll see from the replay. McAllister's A's done well to beat the man that's come out to him here. Turns inside, but the shot is going over here. And Karnaseki's got not enough on it, effectively. The shot power's too much, and McAllister gives us a 1-0 lead. A 1-0 lead that would, if we hold on to a winning margin, see us into the top half of the table for the first time as Wolves manager. We have lost to Tottenham every time we've played them, though. Fekir! Wow! That's up there with the best goal we've ever scored in Football Manager. The ball over the top. And then the finish from Fekir. That is like Robin Van Persie-esque style of finish. Off the underside of the bar as well. A reminder, £3 million is what we paid for Nabil Fekir. 3 million quid. But again, I repeat, we have lost to Tottenham every time we've played them. And you could see how good their team was. Destiny Udogie, Kulusevski, Kane, Nunez, Christopher Nkunku. It's a farce of a team to be in 17th in the division. Enzo Fernandez in the midfield as well. Shutalo at centre-back. Alongside Christian Romero. No, Luis Felipe. Sorry, it said Ramos, not Romero. McAllister's going to intercept that. David with options. He's offside, I think. Fabio Silva here. Pretty sure that's going to be disallowed. Yeah, it's going to get pulled back. They're going to go to VAR, and I'm pretty sure that was off. Regardless, Tottenham are falling apart here. Goal awarded? Could have sworn he was off. He just was, wasn't he? We're going to see a tight offside replay. He was just off. Oh, Jesus, it's the tightest you've ever seen. 3-0 up inside 20 minutes against Tottenham. But at the minute, I'm happy at Wolves. Oh, deflection. I'm sure that took a deflection. It's a great strike by Destiny Udogie, though. We'll see the replay. It might have taken a nick near Kulusevski. He's the man that got the assist. Out to Udogie here, but then it comes flying through here. Turns well. Defender stuck his leg up for it. In real time, it looked like it took a nick. It just didn't. Right. Let's make some more changes, and then let's waste a lot of time, shall we, please? Ndombele for Al Mazrati. That might be it for now, but I will also be disciplined and waste lots of time. Let's not throw away a 3-goal lead against Tottenham, please. Kulusevski and Nkunku. Son finds Roberts. And Nkunku squeezes at home. And not panic stations, but we're starting to get a bit concerned. Not sure what do. Tottenham might be about to see this round. It's been an even game, to be fair. But the way that they just collapsed at the beginning of the game, or was so slow starting, is seemingly going to cost them the entire result. It does. 3-2, we're going to win against Tottenham. Little bit nervier at the end than we thought so, but nice work, everyone. The last time, Tottenham is still 17th in the division. Tottenham are still 17th in the division here. 6 points from the drop. The last time Tottenham finished even remotely close to 17th was in 2003-04 when they finished 14th. They also finished 14th in 97-8 and 15th in 93-4. But the last time they finished lower than where they're currently sat in the table was 1978, when they were in the league below. In 76, 77, they got relegated by finishing 22nd in the old Division 1, which is now the Premier League, and then finished 3rd in what is the Championship, effectively. So they haven't had... This is their worst season in 50 years. Everton away, then, coming up next. We'll probably play the same team that just beat Tottenham because, well, I'd kind of be silly not to, really, wouldn't I? Tomic can not play, apparently, but I'll put him on the bench just in case we absolutely desperately need him. He is match fit, apparently, so we could give him a few minutes. I need Thiago Santos back, really, for right back, because Nuno Santos just isn't quite as good there as I would like someone in that position to be. I don't really like having 2.5-star players in any position, really. But our history against Everton is atrocious. They've beaten us every time we've played them. And Alfredo Morelos even, has scored against me multiple times in each game. So if we could put an end to that, that'd be lovely, please. Defenders are appealing for offside. I didn't actually see whether it was or not. The answer is... No, he wasn't offside. It took less than 3 minutes for Morelos to score against me. He is my bogey man. Everton are my bogey team. Alfredo Morelos is just a myth in this save. Yay! 2-0 Everton. Yay! Like, they're not this good against anyone other than me. They're well below us in the table. Iwobi over the top to Morelos. Man at the back post. Defenders are paying no attention. And Manor Solomon, who's at Fulham in real life, makes it 2-0. We've got better XG than they have. Of course we do. Now's when we can see the third goal. Onana. Shota. Dele? Bloody hell, even Dele Alli's playing for them. That's how poor this Everton side are. You can understand, if I'm getting outdone by a team that has Dele Alli in it, then, yeah, I'm a bit pissed. Fabio Silva scores his 15th goal of the season. We've made it 2-1. We'll encourage. Let's go and get ourselves back in this, please. Alexis McAllister with the free kick in stoppage time at the end of the second half. Al-Mazrati wins that back. Pellegrini to McAllister. Pinheiro, Nuno Tavares, Tomic, Fabio Silva. Linesman's flag's gone up, but I think Silva was onside. He was offside. I genuinely thought he was in. Pinheiro, Tavares, a lovely ball by Tomic around the corner. Oh no, he's so far off. So when I thought, bugger. We don't deserve this defeat at all. 2.5 XG. We scored 1 goal. Just do what you can, lads. There's no pressure whatsoever here at Anfield to go and do a job. They're playing a slightly rotated side. No Alisson on the bench. No Trent. Gabia's probably not that good, is he? Savia up top as well. I imagine isn't first team. So, no pressure on us, yeah. Oh, we've got 58 plate at the minute. Yeah, well, obviously, it's not my money, but I couldn't recommend upgrading enough, personally. Oh, you are actually doing it. Good man. You'll love it, mate. Honestly, that step up. That was it. Just the interiors alone. Mercedes's interiors are just the best of any of that sort of vehicle, to be honest. Audis don't compare, BMWs don't compare. Mercedes just do the best interiors of executive cars. They're not playing a full-strength side, but they're still destroying us. The scoreline doesn't yet show it, although it is changing. That's 2-0 now to Liverpool in first half stoppage time. Well, the board only wanted us to be competitive in the FA Cup, so I'm not that bothered. Even if they did want us to get to a further round, I'm sure they would absolutely understand that we've lost to Liverpool, or are losing. However, we're not actually being competitive in this tie. So I'm actually going to throw a water bottle and just say, what was that? Very rarely do we end up throwing water bottles in team talks, but I think that first half probably justifies it. We've barely even been in their half, let alone actually had the chance to have a shot on goal ourselves. Nobody is playing very well. This is going to be one of those just put it behind you, forget all about it, and move on kind of games. Just put us out of our misery, ref. Just blow the whistle, please. Crying out loud. Let us go home. Probably without doubt. No, actually, there was a worse game last year, wasn't it, where we conceded 30 plus efforts on goal. It's the second worst performance that a Wolves side has ever put in for me. And with that, we are out of the FA Cup. You did yourselves proud today. Not even close. Did yourselves proud today, as if it's recommending that I say that. Never been. Out of the FA Cup, but that'll do. Southampton at home next. You'd think is a pretty straightforward game, but Saints are 7th in the table, beat us last time we played them, and actually have a very good team. And the bench just kind of picks itself at the minute. Santos will put on the bench because... Oh, I've put Schwab at striker. Let's maybe not play my sub-goalkeeper at striker. It's probably not a great idea, is it? Southampton away from home. No, sorry, Southampton at home. They're having a very good season, though. It does make me slightly concerned. But if we can see an improvement in that horrendous game against Liverpool, then fingers crossed we can get some sort of result. But they are clearly in good form. They've just beaten Palace, Sheffield United, Brentford and Brighton and just held Manchester City to a 1-1 draw. So they're having a very, very good run of form right now, Saints. So this is probably going to end in defeat for us. But I don't mind losing games like this, so long as they're lost in the right manner, if you know what I mean. Or not lost in the wrong manner. I saw a Christian Eriksen one. Said Christian Eriksen literally left Tottenham, died, came back to life, switched clubs twice and won a trophy before Kane. Southampton are 1-0 up whilst we're just having a bit of a lull at Tottenham and Harry Kane's lack of trophies. We're not going to be winning anything at Wolves anytime soon, so I should probably shut my mouth, shouldn't I? Kyle Walker-Peters delivery. Mitrovic with the header. 1-0 Saints. He's a bit quick, is Sarah, isn't he? That's going to be a pen, isn't it? Oh, man. Penalty awarded. It's always penalty awarded. It's never not penalty awarded. Mitrovic, saved by Dave. He saved so many pens. David De Gea is a penalty-saving god. It's not just passing it for passing's sake. You actually need to create something with it. It'd be a wonderful move if it does end in a goal. And it has done. But will it count? They're asking if Tony was offside. It looked like he was level with a defender. He was certainly next to a defender. Whether he was onside or not, I don't know. Goal awarded and decision upheld. David into middle, Fidalgo. Yeah, he was level with it. I think it might even have been number 2 back here, Kyle Walker-Peters, that played him on. Have a look from the tight offside call. I think it might have been this guy down here that played him on. It was the number 2. Hell of a finish from Ivan Toney, though. Annoyingly, seems to pop up with quite a few goals, Ivan Toney, even though I'm trying to get Fabio Silva to be my main striker. It was an even game. Their XG was boosted by the penalty that they missed. I'll say that I'm happy enough with it. To fight back and get the result when we weren't playing well and we changed things and they responded and went and got the point, I have to give them credit for that. We're very close to being in the top half still. It's just on goal difference, and even that's very close as well. We're all on 41 points there. Everton, Crystal Palace and ourselves. With West Ham United at home next, which again in itself is a winnable game. Fakir's out for... Must have been a hell of a cut on his leg if he's going to be out for over a week. Any jobs? Any jobs? Bayer Leverkusen. Now, would Bayer Leverkusen be a step up? This is a potentially big call. I think Bayer Leverkusen would be a step up for me. What happened to their last manager? He was sacked. Erik ten Hag had that job and he was just sacked. I'm applying for the Bayer Leverkusen job. Maybe not the Mönchengladbach job. Or Bilbao? Athletic Club de Bilbao is available. That would be a hell of a challenge. I don't know as I'd actually want that challenge, to be honest. I don't know as I'm up for that particular challenge at Bilbao. But I'm absolutely up for going to Bayer Leverkusen. Mönchengladbach we've managed before in a journeyman, so I'll probably steer clear of them. But Leverkusen is absolutely, yeah, like you say, absolutely a step up. Alexander Frey is currently favourite for that. He's manager at Rennes, who are 4th in Liga, and I think that would be a step up for us as well. We turned down Marseille, but only based on the quality of their squad, not because of the size of the club. So I would absolutely go to Leverkusen. I don't know if Florian Wirtz is still there, actually, Ben. That is a good point, well raised. I didn't check to see. I know Bilbao would be a hell of a challenge, but it's a really, really big challenge, and I don't know if I could be successful there. And Wolves to Bilbao, I think, would be a sideways step. We'd basically be going from having the Portuguese catch at Wolves to the Basque catch at Bilbao. And after the frustration of this one at Wolves, I'm not sure I'd want to take up the one at Bilbao. Florian Wirtz is still at Bayer Leverkusen. I think I want to take the Leverkusen job. As happy as we are at Wolves, we are further along the career timeline and career progression with Leverkusen than we are with Wolves, I would imagine. I would say. Whether we get an interview or not, I don't know. And whether I'd potentially sign or apply for the Rennes deal, I don't know. Still, Alexander Frey is manager, favourite. It would be a case of looking through their squad again and deciding whether it was worth it. I'd be tempted to say I wouldn't really go back to France unless it was PSG, Monaco, or Lyon. Maybe Nice, based on their recent history. Nice have been very, very solid over the last few years, haven't they? I don't know what Rennes' recent history has been. They've fallen off the past couple of years. In this save, they've been decent, but in general, they're not as developed a club, are they? So I probably wouldn't go for that Rennes job after looking into it a bit further. But Leverkusen, absolutely. Even if it needs a bit of a challenge and turnaround, I'd still definitely go to Leverkusen. We're 13th, actually, at the minute. But we know we're not that far behind West Ham, points-wise. The fans want to win. The board expect to draw. And look at that. It's only 1 point between 9th and 13th. They have a handful of games in hand, though. Man United still haven't been that good, despite hiring Ruud van Nistelrooy, have they? They've been drawing too many games. I'm surprised that Ruud van Nistelrooy isn't under threat. Manchester United in 8th place in the league. Oh, they've been falling off. In this save, United finished the first season 8th, which presumably is what got Ten Hag the sack. And then, since then, they've gone 5th, 6th, 7th, and they're now 8th again. Man United, perennial underachievers in this save. Now, that is a shock, because they're normally phenomenal in FM. The tin-foil hatted of you would suggest that that's perhaps because of the legal battle, but I don't imagine Football Manager or Sports Interactive are that petty. Right, wants me to make some changes. Almeida into the midfield, and McAllister for Fidalgo. I don't really like Andre Almeida, though. I can't terminate the loan, though. Wants Pinheiro to come in for Salisu, or basically wants Pellegrino to come in for Salisu in defence. Pellegrino is growing, actually. I'm not sure what his form was like. Indifferent. 7.1 against Liverpool, though, with a yellow. Salisu's been hit and miss. Go on, then. Let's give Pellegrino another game. He's right-footed, isn't he? He's right-footed. Does he prefer to be on the right? No natural side preference, but we'll put the left footer on the left and the right footer on the right. Tomic back into the side. Jonathan David continuing on the left, but with an inside forward role. And to be honest, Ivan Toney's been scoring more goals than Fabio Silva recently, but we'll stick with Fabio Silva for now. And I will throw Nabil Fekir back onto the bench. Hello. Oh, I've already bloody submitted the team. That's annoying. I won't put Nabil Fekir back on the bench. Acevedo, Scally, Comas, Zuma, Shaw, Yanel, Paqueta, Højbjerg, Weah, Correa, Scamacca. Stick to the plan. We're at home, so let's just get it done, shall we? They just beat Bayern. Right then. They just beat Bayern Munich. I wasn't actually that intimidated by that starting lineup, but they just beat Bayern Munich. So maybe I should be intimidated by it. Nice. This is building really well. That's a lovely ball. I'm not sure if Fabio Silva's onside. He's got the man free at the back post if he can find him. There's Jonathan David. That is Jonathan David's first goal for Wolverhampton Wanderers in the 36th minute against West Ham. That could fire us to 9th in the Premier League table. Brilliant move. Excellent goal. The defender just let him go. Well, to be fair, he did almost close him back down again, but Jonathan David with it. A new role in this game of inside forward rather than inverted winger. And, well, it's worked on that occasion. That's for sure. Hopefully, that perhaps is a sign of things to come as Fabio Silva's just played through the middle, over the top. Fabio Silva's in behind, and it's 2! But it might go to VAR. It will go to VAR. And VAR will give the goal! We lead by 2 goals to 0. Yes! Get in. We're going 9th, boys. Flying up to 9th in the table. Vamos! 2-0 at half-time. Doing brilliantly. Keep going. We play 4-3-3 with 3 strikers. 1 Metzala and 1 centre mid on attack. Metzala is also a wonder kid. Centre mid is a former wonder kid, now 23 years old. Fabio Silva makes it 3-0 to Wolves just 60 seconds into the second half. I was reading Doc's message about his multiple wonder kids. And, well, our wonder kid, Jovan Tomic, has been involved again here. Stealing the ball off the defender and quite simply just squaring it for Fabio Silva to turn home. Am I silly? Am I being... Should I stay at Wolves? Like, this Leverkusen job has come along. I know it's a journeyman, and I know the idea is to move and move and move. But do you think we could actually achieve something with this Wolves side before we move on? I don't know. You think Leverkusen... I don't think Leverkusen is a sideways step at all. Leverkusen is absolutely a step up. It's only because Wolves have money that potentially it's not. Tomic with a finish. But with Pinheiro and Tomic and Fabio Silva, I'd be sorely tempted to maybe stay at Wolves for 1 more year and see what the scenario is at the end of my contract. Depends how much money we get given next year, or might potentially get given next year. Because the side still needs a lot of work. Ivan Toney's leaving. Anthony I want to get rid of. Ali Al-Masrati I want to move on as well. We'd need a centre-back too, because Pellegrino's only in on loan. I'm a bit torn, really. I don't know what to do. Obviously, there's no guarantee that we're going to get the Leverkusen job anyway. But that was a massive result, and the performance was superb. That's the sort of thing I'd like to see more of from this Wolves team. We've got Manchester United at home next, which would be just as big a test, if not more so. Santos just a bruised ankle. He'll be okay. Bayer Leverkusen offer job interview. We've had another poor intake. So the youth academy is looking shite again, unfortunately. There is a 6'2", 15-year-old. Has great reflexes and agility in goal. That could maybe be decent. But we have a job interview for Bayer Leverkusen. We will attend the interview. Never managed in Germany, that's fine. I've experienced in other countries. I've done a good job here. Try and cultivate. No worries about my... Yeah, managed to be successful. We're happy with where we are right now. We're looking for someone capable of taking this team to the next level. My reputation speaks for itself. 3 promotions and 3 cup wins. And taking Wolves from the relegation zone to the top half does speak for itself. We would like to know when you'd like to establish yourself as the club's manager. You have to take charge now, or do you need more time? Yeah. I'd prefer to take over the end of the season to be able to properly prepare ahead of the new campaign. That way I could finish the season at Wolves. What, would they potentially not offer me the job if I said no? It would affect their decision. If I'm favourite for the job though, surely they'd be happy to wait for me. Alexander Fry is still favourite for the job. Surely this one makes sense. To prepare properly ahead of the new campaign. That's what I'm going to say. Absolutely happy to work with the team and director. What sort of budget? Backroom stuff? No budget. Happy to work with those proposals. That's absolutely fine. No, I'm good. Manchester United at home. This will probably determine whether we do or don't stand a chance of maybe sneaking into Europe this year with Wolves. If we lose this, then absolutely I think we should take the Leverkusen job. If we win this, this would really, really make me question whether we do or don't leave Wolves. Put Nuno Santos in because Thiago Santos just isn't supposedly fit. Severely lacking match fitness. What was he? No, he just had a bruised ankle. I'm sure he's fine. Take some paracetamol, pal. Manchester United at home on the back of a very impressive win against West Ham, but that is a very impressive Manchester United side. So I certainly don't expect anything to come of this other than defeat. But the secret is there's no secret. If we're scoring, we're doing something right. I'll ease expectations, though. Not like a full team worldy performance. But in general, we have been the better side here. But Manchester United probably have more match winners in their team, you would say. Or more players that can create something from nothing. Like Jadon Sancho to give Manchester United a 1-0 lead. Bugger. It's a shame that you can't say to Leverkusen, like when Leverkusen come to you and say, would you want to take the job now or do you want to take the job at the end of the season? It's slightly frustrating that you have to commit either way. I would be quite happy to say to Leverkusen, I can start now if you want, or I can start at the end of the season if you want. I don't mind. As well as having the other options, obviously. Calm as you like. Switch. Switch. Well seen. Tomic. Touch lets him down. Fabio Silva's in, though. Mistake from Manchester United. We're level. 18th goal of the season for Fabio Silva. I need to see that again. Tomic's touch was so bad. I just looked away. I thought the defence had just dealt with it. Wanted Tomic to take control, rush forward, and then he's got 2 players to try and switch it to. But Lamptey does a blind back pass that doesn't find goalkeeper or defensive partner. And Fabio Silva's equalised for us. No. Man United have done it again. Man United have done it again. Pellegrini into Thiago Santos. Ball forward. Miscommunication between defenders and goalkeeper. And Fabio Silva's dinked him. Right. Waste all of the time. Play for set pieces. Get the job done. I'm going to make some changes as well. Yeah, that can get done. That would take us to within 5 points of Southampton in 7th. If we can see this through. There are 30 seconds to go in the game and we have a highlight. Salisu. Forward to Anthony. We could even make it 3 at the end maybe. Anthony against his former team off the post. Sums Anthony up really, that doesn't it? But cleared away. And surely, please just skip to the end. Don't make me have to watch all of this. Oh, God. Well, after the performance against West Ham, and now this against Manchester United, if Leverkusen come in for me, which is still a big if, considering we said we'd like to take over at the end of the season, I still don't know whether I'd take it. Puts us into 9th. We've got an international break now. The next game isn't until we play QPR in 2 weeks' time. Fabio Silva again with another fantastic individual performance. Klopp's looking at Fabio Silva apparently, but he's going to have to pay 100 million quid to get him out of me. Everyone can have a rest. I don't know what's going to happen. Have a look at the staffing and see if I'm favourite for the job now. No, Alexander Fry is still the favourite for the job. The Rennes manager is still the favourite for the job. No other jobs that we'd be intrigued in taking. The Eredivisie job, RZ in 4th and the Eredivisie is available. Why is that? Where's their previous manager gone? Gerardo Serrano's gone to Bilbao. Okay, there you go. Was the Bilbao? That was the other big job that was available. Vallecano in La Liga, nah. Hearts in the SPL, no. Well, I'm really intrigued as to find out what's going to happen with the Leverkusen managerial jobs. We say thank you to Sam for the 68th month. I appreciate it, dude. I remember when you were in a relegation fight. I remember too. Not no more. Not no more. Well, YouTube comment section. Tell me, please tell me whether you think if Leverkusen offer me the job, whether I should take it or not. I haven't, to be fair, shown you their full squad yet. So let me do that with the last moments of this stream. We expect, because I've asked to take it at the end of the season, that they won't select me. It's now Ange Postecoglou, the Montpellier manager, that is favourite for the job, not the Rennes manager anymore. Leverkusen's squad. They have Lucas Canizares in goal, a 24-year-old Spaniard, who they signed on a free from Real Madrid, who, to be fair, is playing relatively okay. But they do need a goalkeeper. Quite badly, actually. Jonathan Tah at centre-back is still very, very solid. They also play Martin Georgiev, who's only 21 and has potential to grow. They just signed him for £12 million from Barcelona, and he's been neither amazing nor not amazing, if you know what I mean. They've got a really young squad, don't they? Talgat Bedenov has played 19 games this season, 16 from the start, but not particularly played them very well. 20-year-old Gonzalo Pedro, they signed this year as well. They've got such a young team. Jeremy Frimpong is still here. This guy is not great, but he's not in the squad, to be fair. Jorge Vera, another young player. Christiansen, who is a left-back we have looked at. He's been playing spectacularly well at left-back for them. 24 years of age. It's a really young team. 19-year-old Bosnian. Etico Palacios wants to leave, apparently, to play in the Champions League. Which might be fair enough. Yano, another youngster that is alright. Emery, another youngster, 21 years of age, that is just signed from PSG after playing first-team football in France and has got 2 assists in 6 games so far. 20-year-old youngster. Oh, we looked at him earlier. 16 tackling, even though he's more of a forward player. They've got Zertemir, again, 22 years of age. Jordan Zirkzee, presumably a relative of Joshua Zirkzee. Charles Germain, 19 years of age, 16 first touch, 16 flair. Samuel Lino, probably the oldest player we've looked at since Jonathan Tah. Looks very, very good on the left-hand side. Amad Diallo, 24 years of age, spectacular player. Malik Tillman is leaving to go to Frankfurt, presumably for £4.3 million. Yeah, there or thereabouts. So he's leaving. They've also still Florian Wirtz, who's, well, obviously Florian Wirtz. Shola Shoretire, 23 years of age. 3 assists in 3 starts for him in the league. Ez Abde, 25 years of age, wanted, having an okay season. Thomas Weber, another youngster, 20 years of age. Radanovic is out on loan, 19 years of age, another youngster. Lucas Copado, 23 years of age, wants to leave. I think his contract is expiring. Indeed it is, and he's going to go. Ayman Alria, another youngster. Sivan, another youngster. Patrick Schick is their goal scorer, understandably. 15 in 27. I mean, he scored goals every single season for Bayer Leverkusen. He is absolutely the main man through the middle. They do have Elyi Wahi as well, though, who's rapid and good in the finish. Scored goals for Montpellier in Liga. They paid £37.5 million for him. They've got Iker Bravo as well. Signed him from Barcelona for 250 grand. Then loaned him to Real Madrid, of all people. He's not yet in the first team fray, but surely he's going to be decent. Another youngster. Another youngster. It's a really, really young team with potential. They're currently in indifferent form in the Bundesliga and sit in 8th currently. But they're only 5 points outside a European spot. And in recent seasons, because of the coefficients, 8th has gotten a European spot. Last year, 8th got Conference League last year. Didn't the year before. Okay, so there could be European football with Leverkusen. However, because of the coefficients, we want to have a look at previous seasons in the Premier League as well. And down to 8th got European football last year and the year before and the year before. So basically, we're aiming for 8th place in Europe, 8th place in the Prem, with Wolves, and that's 4 points the gap currently to Manchester United. So we stand, basically, the sides are in similar positions. So if the Leverkusen job is offered to me, do you want me to take it? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments section. I might not even be offered the job. That's absolutely a possibility and probably the expectation, having asked to take it at the end of the season. But if it's offered, do I take it? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm not going to be playing for 2 or 3 days, so you have the opportunity to get that feedback back to me. And I'll see you next time for either the season finale with Wolves or the season finale with Leverkusen. Let's find out.